Good morning dear friends. In last lecture we started with pharmacodynamic chapter. We completed what is drug action, drug effect. Then we also completed various types of the drug action, and we started with number of factors that affecting or modifying the type of drug action. Now in last lecture we completed up to I think 14 to 15 factors, that is up to drug antagonism. Now the next another important factor that affecting or modifying the drug action, that is called as the drug tolerance. This is also important one. Most of the time they may be asked, write a note on drug tolerance or what is drug tolerance, classify drug tolerance, explain in details or write in brief about drug tolerance. So let us see what do you mean by drug tolerance. आपण म्हणतो की टॉलरन्स कॅपॅसिटी असते, प्रत्येकाची एक आयक्यू कॅपॅसिटी असते, प्रत्येकाला एक बॉडीची कॅपॅसिटी असते, आणि जेव्हा त्याच्या बियॉन्ड जेव्हा होतं दॅट कंडिशन दॅट इज नोन ॲज टॉलरन्स कॅपॅसिटी. दॅट इज सिमिलरली इन केस ऑफ ड्रग, whenever the drugs given to the patient due to repeated administration of the drug, whenever there is the repeated administration of the drug occurs, particularly those drugs acting on central nervous system like diazepam, barbiturates, morphine, alprazolam, these are all of the drugs that is acting on central nervous system. When these drugs given to the patient in normal pharmacological doses, after some period of time due to repeated administration of the drug, this normal pharmacological dose of the drug becomes ineffective, and therefore there is a progressive increase in amount of the drug required to produce the desired pharmacological action, which is shown by normal pharmacological dosage. For example, suppose initially to the patient 0.25 milligram alprazolam tablet given to the patient as a hypnotic and sedative. त्याला झोप लागत नाही म्हणून physician ने 0.25 milligram alprazolam tablet दिली. Now this alprazolam tablet when given repeatedly तो patient घेणार आहे. Suppose after 5 or 6 months this normal pharmacological dose become ineffective. कि पहिले 4 ते 5 महिने ह्या डोस ने झोप यायची पेशंटला. But later on what happened? Due to the repeated administration of such a drug, that dose become ineffective. Even though 0.25 milligram tablet given to the patient, that patient ला झोप येत नाही. And if you increase this 0.25 milligram to 0.5 milligram dose, this 0.5 milligram dose produces same action as like 0.25 milligram. जे normal pharmacological dose ने action मिळत होती, same action shown by this higher dose also. That phenomenon that is called as the drug tolerance. कि त्या पेशंटची टॉलरन्स कॅपॅसिटी वाढते. Simple one more example which is well known to you, that for example alcohol, fresh drinker, एखादा ड्रिंकिंग करणारा असतो, अल्कोहोल ड्रिंकिंग करणारा असतो, you already know that initially started with maybe 25 ml or 30 ml dose. आपण काय तुम्ही काय म्हणता त्याला की डोस, अल्कोहोलचा डोस घेतला, एक कप घेतला, बट जेव्हा तो रिपीटेडली घेत जातो त्यावेळेस त्याची टॉलरन्स कॅपॅसिटी वाढते, आणि त्यानंतर त्याला एक खंबा लागणार, एक बॉटल लागणार, म्हणजे तो ती जी बॉटल आहे पूर्ण खंबा, तो जो इफेक्ट सुरुवातीला मिळत होता त्याच्यासारखाच इफेक्ट जेव्हा मागे येतो, दॅट फेनॉमेनॉन दॅट इज व्हॉट, दॅट इज ड्रग टॉलरन्स. म्हणजे ड्रग मध्ये पण तसंच होणार आहे की ड्रग इनिशियली व्हेन गिवन इन फार्माकोलॉजिकल डोसेस इनिशियली प्रोड्युसेस फार्माकोलॉजिकल ॲक्शन, बट ड्यू टू रिपीटेड ॲडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ दॅट ड्रग, that dose becomes ineffective, and therefore progressive increase in amount of the drug required to produce the desired responses. जे normal dose ला पहिले मिळत होते तसे responses higher dose ला जेव्हा मिळतील, then that condition that is called the drug tolerance. Particularly the example of drug tolerance, that those drugs acting on central nervous system, की जे drug CNS वरती act होत आहेत, असे सगळे drug like diazepam, barbiturate, morphine, alprazolam, such type of the drug when given repeatedly, it develop the tolerance capacity, drug tolerance development occurs, and therefore higher dose of the drug is required. You already know the example of alcohol. Fresh drinker can tolerate given the small dose, but later on when tolerance is going to be developed, it requires higher dose. Similarly in case of drug condition occurs. So that phenomenon that is to be called as the drug tolerance. एखाद्या 2 मार्काला डिफाइंड ड्रग टॉलरन्स विचारले जाऊ शकते विथ एक्झाम्पल, दॅट इट इज नथिंग बट due to repeated administration of the drug, the normal pharmacological dose become ineffective, and therefore progressive increase in amount of the drug required to produce the desired responses, same responses as like normal pharmacological dose, and therefore that phenomenon that is called as drug tolerance. समजा आपण पहिले सुरुवातीला डायरेक्टली 0.5 मिलीग्राम दिला असेल तर पेशंटला झोप जास्त झाली असते, बट व्हेन वी स्टार्टेड विथ 0.25 नॉर्मल ने जेव्हा चालू करणार सेम फेनोमेनॉन 0.5 ला सुद्धा जेव्हा दाखवेल, therefore that phenomenon that is to be called as drug tolerance. Now this drug tolerance broadly classified into three types. There are three types of drug tolerance condition. One, this drug tolerance divided into three types. First type that is to be called as the true tolerance. Second, that is tachyphylaxis, that is also known as active tolerance, and third one that is to be called as the pseudo tolerance. Majorly there are three types of drug tolerance. Sometimes they may ask what is drug tolerance, classify with examples. So this drug tolerance broadly classified into three types. First one is true tolerance, second one is tachyphylaxis, that is also called as active tolerance, and third one is pseudo tolerance. Now this true tolerance again divided into two types. One that is to be called as the natural tolerance, and second one that is to be acquired true tolerance. This natural tolerance again divided into two types. One is to be called as the species tolerance, and second one that is to be called as the racial tolerance. While acquired true tolerance again divided into two types. One is to be called as the cross tolerance, and second one that is to be called as the tissue tolerance. According to the drug, there are three types of drug tolerance. One is to be true tolerance, second one is tachyphylaxis, also called as active tolerance, and third one that is to be called as pseudo tolerance. Now this true tolerance again divided into two types: natural tolerance and acquired tolerance. Natural tolerance there are two types: species tolerance and racial tolerance, and acquired tolerance again two types: cross tolerance and tissue tolerance. Now what do you mean by species tolerance? Now certain drug may be tolerated by animal species in higher doses. Same drug in same doses if given to human being may produce toxic effect. म्हणजेच काय की एखाद्या ॲनिमल मध्ये तुम्ही एखादा ड्रग हायर डोस मध्ये जरी दिला तर तो टॉलरेट होईल, बट सेम ड्रग गिवन इन सेम concentration to other species to human being may produce toxic effect. Means what? There is a naturally conjugated property to that species. For example, rabbit can tolerate large dose of atropine drug because of presence of atropinase enzyme in rabbit, and therefore when atropine given in higher doses to rabbit can tolerate these doses. But if the same drug in higher doses given to human being may produce toxic effect due to absence of atropinase enzyme, that type of tolerance that is called as species tolerance. Then second one is racial. Racial tolerance depending on the races. Negroes people, white men like this. Now generally Negroes people, we know that this type of the drug like Primark should not be given. Even white men are very sensitive to attack of tuberculosis. While Negroes are immune to attack of tuberculosis. Negroes people ना लवकर tuberculosis attack होत नाही as compared to white man. This is what? This is due to the differences in races. This is also under naturally or different type of tolerance. Then acquired tolerance. In that again there are two types: cross tolerance and tissue tolerance. Now what is cross tolerance? Cross tolerance it is nothing but whenever certain drug, suppose glyceride trinitrate drug which is used in angina pectoris, this belonging to nitrate group. Now if the patient develop tolerance to this nitrate group, means shows drug tolerance to glyceride trinitrate. If the patient showing another drug belonging to nitrate group, that is suppose maybe of a pentaerythroid trinitrate group, this pentaerythroid belonging to again nitrate group. If suppose the patient develop tolerance to glyceride trinitrate and he also develop the tolerance other drug belonging to nitrate compound, that is pentaerythroid trinitrate, means chemical group is going to be same but drug is going to be different, and the patient shows tolerance to one drug, also shows tolerance to other drug belonging to same chemical group, then the type of tolerance cross tolerance. So you understand the example, that is glycerate 900, which is used in angina pectoris. If the patient develop tolerance to glycerate 900, also patient shows drug tolerance to penta-erythrotyl 900 belonging to nitrate compound. Therefore, that type of tolerance, that is called as cross tolerance. And second type, that is tissue tolerance. Tissue tolerance, that is nothing but, suppose morphine drug. This morphine drug acting on various systems, acting on central nervous system. We will see in period when we start with the narcotic drug. But here you remember that morphine drug acting on CNS, acting on GIT, acting on eyes, acting on respiratory system. These are the different pharmacological action of morphine drug. Now, if the patient develop tolerance to euphoria effect, that is sense of well-being. If the patient develop tolerance to euphoria effect, that is to CNS action, and he may not show tolerance to other effect like GIT effect on eyes or even on respiratory system, then that type of tolerance, that is called as tissue tolerance. Means from different pharmacological action, if the patient develop tolerance to particular effect of the drug, may not show tolerance to other effect, therefore that type of phenomenon, that is called as tissue tolerance. Isn't it? So this is the first type, that is true tolerance. Then second one is tachyphylaxis. Tachyphylaxis, that is also called as active tolerance. It is nothing but when repeated administration of the drug given to the patient due to within short period of time, the drug may develop tolerance. Whenever there is a repeatedly administration of drugs within short period, if the patient develop tolerance, then the phenomenon, that is called as tachyphylaxis. एखादा 2 मार्काला विचारलं जाऊ शकतं. Define tachyphylaxis with example. It is nothing but within short interval of time due to repeated administration, if the patient develop tolerance within short interval, then the phenomenon is called as tachyphylaxis, or that is also called as active tolerance. For example, ephedrine. This ephedrine drug used in asthma, in bronchial asthma. When repeated administration given within short interval period of time, दूसरा तर आपण 3 वेळा देणार, 4 वेळा देणार. That time, due to the repeated administration within short period, patient develop tolerance, may not show responses to this dose, then the phenomenon, that is called as tachyphylaxis or active tolerance. And the last third type, that is pseudo tolerance. Pseudo tolerance, that is particularly occurs or found in oral route of administration. In some patient, in some cases, suppose drug given in higher doses by oral route may be tolerated. Suppose poisoning drug in small doses may be immune to the GIT. Small dose of poison plus higher dose of एखादा drug, poisoning drug बनून दिला, may be tolerated by oral route of administration because GIT may develop immune power. Same drug in same doses given to same patient and shows the toxic effect but other than oral route, then the phenomenon, that is called as pseudo tolerance. एखादा drug एखादा oral route ने दिला तो tolerate होईल because of immune system. But same drug in same doses even other than oral route to same patient may show toxic effect. Therefore, that phenomenon, that is called as pseudo tolerance. So these are the 3 types of drug tolerance: true tolerance, tachyphylaxis, and pseudo tolerance. Mainly in annual examination for 4 marks, they may be asked write a note, so that time you are supposed to explain definition of drug tolerance, example of drug tolerance, types, and in short you are supposed to explain all these different types of drug tolerance. Or they may be asked what is tachyphylaxis or what is active tolerance. So this is important factor, that is drug tolerance. Now the next factor under this, which is affecting the drug action, we completed I think up to 16 factors. Now the 17th factor that affecting the type of drug action, that is drug addiction. Now the next factor as per our list, that is drug addiction, or also called as drug dependence. So remember that sometimes they will ask define drug addiction or drug dependence. आपण म्हणतो की एखादा पेशंट, now here again those drug acting on CNS, जे drugs CNS वरती act होतात, diazepam, morphine, barbiturate, alcohol, even variety of the drugs that acting on central nervous system, when these drugs given repeatedly to the patient may develop addiction. Now addiction होतं म्हणजे काय होतं? Here it involves both psychological, that is psychic condition, as well as physical condition. So It is nothing but there is an involvement of psychologically and physical dependence condition occurs in patient due to repeated administration of the drug. That patient develops certain characteristics. Like in some patient, or there is a because of this addiction drug, particularly those drug acting on CNS, like alprazolam, diazepam, barbiturate, caffeine, any type of the drug. When these drugs given repeatedly, there is a tendency of patient that always tendency to increase the dose of the drug. की त्या पेशंटची टेंडन्सी अशी होते की तो त्याच्यावरती डोस वाढवायची पेशंटची कॅपॅसिटी वाढते. सेकंड थिंग, देयर इज ऑलवेज कंपल्शन टू टेक द ड्रग. की एखाद्या ड्रग जेव्हा तुम्ही रिपीटेड ॲडमिनिस्ट्रेशन देता त्यावेळेस पेशंटची टेंडन्सी अशी होते की देयर इज अ कंपल्शन टू ॲडमिनिस्टर द ड्रग ऑर आयदर टू एक्सपिरियन्स इट्स इफेक्ट. समजा एखाद्या पेशंटला डॉक्टरांनी अल्प्राझोलाम किंवा डायझेपाम टॅबलेट लिहून दिली झोपेच्या गोळ्या. एखादा कार्डिओस्क्युलर सीरियस वाला पेशंट आहे, बीपी वाला पेशंट आहे, त्या पेशंटला झोप लागत आहे म्हणून डायझेपाम टॅबलेट आहे. नाउ ड्यू टू दॅट रिपीटेड ॲडमिनिस्ट्रेशन देयर इज ॲडिक्शन. तो पेशंट त्या आहारी जातो, ॲडिक्ट होतो आणि ॲडिक्ट झाल्यामुळे काय होणार आहे, हा ड्रग जेव्हा मिळणार नाही त्या पेशंटला झोपच लागणार नाही. सायकोलॉजिकली तो डिस्टर्ब होतो. मीन्स व्हॉट, ड्यू टू द रिपीटेड ॲडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ द ड्रग देयर इज अ टेंडन्सी ऑफ पेशंट, देयर इज अ कंपल्शन टू टेक द ड्रग ऑर आयदर टू एक्सपिरियन्स इट्स इफेक्ट. सेकंड कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक that there is always tendency to increase the dose of the drug. जसं आपण टॉलरन्स मध्ये बघितलं की सुरुवातीला 0.25 दिला पण बिकॉज ऑफ टॉलरन्स डेव्हलपमेंट 0.5 मिलीग्राम म्हणून प्रत्येक वेळेस पेशंटची टेंडन्सी वाढत जाते. जसं तुम्ही अल्कोहोलचं पण एक्झाम्पल घ्या. अल्कोहोल सुरुवातीला 1 कप घेताय, नंतर खंबा घेणार, नंतर वाढत जाणार, डोस वाढत जातो. दिट इज व्हॉट, दॅट इज ॲडिक्शन. की तो पेशंट ॲडिक्ट होतो. अनदर कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक दॅट ऑलवेज टेंडन्सी टू इन्क्रीज द डोस ऑफ द ड्रग. त्याची कॅपॅसिटी वाढत जाते. Third thing, it involves both psychologically as well as physical dependence. की तो सायकोलॉजिकली सुद्धा डिस्टर्ब होतो जर नाही मिळालं आणि फिजिकली सुद्धा डिस्टर्ब होतो. मीन्स देयर इज ए इन्व्हॉल्वमेंट ऑफ सायकोलॉजिकल अँड फिजिकल कंडिशन. अँड फोर्थ थिंग, दॅट देयर इज ए ॲबनॉर्मल इफेक्ट फाउंड इन पेशंट. की जे ह्या ड्रगबद्दल ॲडिक्ट असतात त्या पेशंटमध्ये डेफिनेटली काय होते की डेट्रिमेंटल इफेक्ट होतो. देयर इज ए detrimental effect or there is an abnormal behavioral effect found in patient. That condition that is called as drug addiction or drug dependence. की जेव्हा आपण एखाद्या वस्तूच्या आहारी जातो that time there is an addiction condition and there is a four characteristic observed in patient, that there is always tendency or there is always tendency occur to the patient that there is a compulsion to take the drug or either to experience it. तुम्ही बघा की अल्कोहोल घेणाऱ्या व्यक्तीला जर एखाद्या दिवशी नाही मिळाली तर तो पूर्ण डिस्टर्ब होतो, तो ॲडिक्ट असतो आणि त्यामुळे त्याला काय असतं कधीतरी त्याला थोडंफार तरी मिळालं. ऑलवेज टेंडन्सी टू इन्क्रीज द डोस ऑफ द ड्रग. थर्ड, इट इन्वॉल्व बोथ सायकोलॉजिकल अँड फिजिकल डिपेंडन्स. अँड फोर्थ कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक दॅट देयर इज abnormal behavioral activity or detrimental effect found in patient. That phenomena that is called as drug addiction or drug dependence. Example, that is same those drugs acting on CNS like diazepam, barbiturate, alprazolam, morphine, codeine or heroin, all these drugs produces what, addiction or drug dependence. Now another term here, that is withdrawal symptoms or abstinence syndrome. Withdrawal symptoms or also called as abstinence syndrome. It is nothing but when the patient is addicted to particular drug and if you suddenly stop the administration of the drug. एखादा अल्कोहोल ड्रिंकर आहे आणि त्याला तुम्ही 2-4-8 दिवस देऊ नका. If you suddenly stop such an addict drug, then what happens? We show the abnormal symptom like headache, there may be vasomotor collapse, there may be of a withdrawal conditions found in patient and maybe of a respiratory condition, depression occur. That condition that is called as withdrawal symptom. And these withdrawal symptoms disappear after re-administration of the drug. तो ड्रग तुम्ही परत त्या पेशंटला द्या, परत हे सगळे सिम्पटम व्हेनिश होते. दॅट कंडिशन ऑफ पेशंट दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज ॲब्स्टिनेन्स सिंड्रोम और दॅट इज नथिंग बट द विड्रॉल सिम्पटम्स. की एखाद्या ड्रगबद्दल जेव्हा आपण ॲडिक्ट होतो आणि इफ यू सडनली स्टॉप ॲडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ द ड्रग, दॅट ड्रग मे प्रोसेस अनप्लीझंट सिम्पटम्स इन पेशंट. त्यावेळेस पेशंटमध्ये सायकोलॉजिकली ॲज वेल ॲज फिजिकली डिस्टर्बन्सेस सिम्पटम दिसतात. दॅट सिम्पटम दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज विड्रॉल सिम्पटम or also called as abstinence syndrome. Like maybe of headache with the patient, maybe physically disturbance, maybe psychologically disturbances होते. Therefore that condition that is called as the withdrawal symptom or abstinence syndrome. That is there is the involvement of both psychological as well as physical disturbances condition occurs in patient. that condition that is called as abstinence syndrome or withdrawal syndrome. So that phenomenon, that factor, that is called as the drug addiction or drug dependence. Particularly those drug acting on CNS, अशाचे जे drug आहेत ते सगळे drug either addiction produce करते किंवा tolerance capacity patient ची develop करते. Now one more point which is important again, एखाद्या ज्याच्यावरती short term विचारले जाऊ शकते. Now the second point, that differentiate between drug addiction and drug habituation. Another point, that is drug addiction and drug habituation. Most of the time in annual examination they will ask full question, differentiate between drug addiction and drug habituation. Now you understand drug addiction or drug dependence, it is near about the same. Now what is the difference between drug addiction and drug habituation? Habit forming drug वेगळे असतात, addict होणारे drug वेगळे असतात. Now in case of addiction we see that there is a compulsion to take the drug or either to experience its psychic effect. Okay, while in habituation there is no compulsion to take the drug. For example, tea, coffee आपण काय होतं habit forming drug मध्ये म्हणणार. एखाद्या पेशंटला चहा प्यायची सवय असते, कॉफी प्यायची सवय असते, that is habit forming. But काही अल्कोहोल घेणारे जे आहेत, मॉर्फिन, डायझेपाम, हेरोइन असे जे ड्रग आहेत त्या ॲडिक्शन मध्ये येतात. सो देयर इज अ कंपल्शन टू टेक द ड्रग. व्हाईल हॅबिट फॉर्मिंग मध्ये काय होणार आहे की देयर इज नो कंपल्शन टू टेक द ड्रग, ओनली देयर इज अ डिझायरेबिलिटी. सेकंड डिफरन्स, that in case of addiction always tendency to increase the dose of the drug, while in habituation there is no tendency to increase the dose of the drug. असं होत नाही की आपण लहानपणापासून चहा घेतोय तर असं वाढत वाढत जाताना बादलीभर चहा घेणार, असं होत नाही का? नाही होत. मीन्स व्हॉट, देयर इज नो टेंडन्सी टू इन्क्रीज द डोस ऑफ द ड्रग. व्हाईल अल्कोहोल मध्ये वेगळं कंडिशन होतं, सुरुवातीला थोड्या स्मॉल पेगने चालू करणार, हळूहळू त्याची कॅपॅसिटी वाढत जाते. म्हणजे काय होते, देयर इज इन्क्रीज डोस ऑफ द ड्रग. थर्ड डिफरन्स इन so increase the dose of the drug in addiction while there is no tendency to increase the dose of the drug. Now the third difference under drug addiction and drug habituation, that in case of drug addiction it involve both psychological and physical drug dependence. It involve both psychological and physical drug dependence, while in case of drug habituation there is the involvement of only physical drug dependence. This is the third difference. And fourth difference, that in case of addiction or in dependence there is a detrimental effect, that is abnormal behavioral effect in patient, while in case of drug habituation there is no abnormal effect. चहा कॉफी घेणारा पेशंट कधी abnormal effect दाखवत नाही. इथं addiction मध्ये काय होणार आहे, एक तो दगड फेकेल, काही करेल, that is abnormal effect दिसते. And fifth difference, that is example of drug addiction, that is morphine, codeine, heroin, barbiturate, alprazolam, diazepam, these drugs. While here example, that is tea, coffee, these are the habit forming drugs. So this is the difference between drug addiction and drug habituation. Sometimes for 4 marks, instead of asking write a note on drug addiction, they will differentiate between drug addiction and drug habituation. So these are the 5 differences in addiction and habituation. First difference, that there is a, in case of addiction there is always tendency that there is a compulsion to take the drug or either to experience its effect. While in habituation there is no tendency, only there is no compulsion or only there is a desirability. Second difference, always tendency to increase the dose of the drug, while there is no tendency to increase the dose of the drug. Third difference, it involves both psychological and physical disturbance, addiction, while here there is only physical dependence. Then there is abnormal behavioral activity, no abnormal behavioral activity. And last difference, that example, drug addiction example, morphine, codeine, heroin, barbiturate, alprazolam, while here example tea and coffee. So this is the difference between drug addiction and drug habituation. So this is another factor. Now we left last factor under this, those factors that are affecting or modifying the drug action, that is known as drug interaction or drug combination. So this is the last factor, that is drug interaction one more factor here, this is also important. Sometimes we have defined drug interaction. What are the various significant factors, reasons of drug interaction, types of drug interaction? So you know that when two or more than two drugs when given to the patient, एका प्रिस्क्रिप्शन मध्ये जेव्हा डॉक्टर दोन किंवा दोन पेक्षा जास्त ड्रग देणार, that time there may be chances of alteration or modification of pharmacological responses of the drug. जसं आपण synergism antagonism मध्ये बघितलं, when two or more than two drugs given in combination, there is a alteration, there is a modification in pharmacological responses of it. That is either increases pharmacological responses or may decreases pharmacological responses. That phenomenon that is to be called as the drug interaction, and this is occurs due to what? Due to the drug combination. Now, what are the significant reasons? What are the reasons why when there is a drug interaction occurs? First reason, that when there is a multiple drug therapy given to the patient. जेव्हा आपण एका प्रिस्क्रिप्शन मध्ये मल्टिपल ड्रग देणार, दोन किंवा दोन पेक्षा जास्त ड्रग देणार, that is multiple drug therapy. Then second reason, that is multiple pharmacological action of the drug. जेव्हा दोन किंवा दोन पेक्षा जास्त ड्रग देणार, that time it also produces multiple pharmacological. Some drug acting on CNS, same drug also acting on respiratory, cardiovascular, on kidney, like this. This produces multiple pharmacological action. Another reason or they will be asked that significant factor responsible for drug interaction. So the third factor, that is multiple physicians. एखादा पेशंट काय करतो की आज या डॉक्टरला दाखवतो, दोन दिवसांनी दुसऱ्या डॉक्टरला दाखवतो, तिसऱ्या डॉक्टरला दाखवतो. Means multiple physicians, that also leads to process the chances of drug interaction. Then use of prescription and non-prescription drug together. एखाद्या काही पेशंटला हॅबिट असते की डॉक्टरांकडे पण दाखवतात, त्यांचे पण मेडिसिन घेतात, आणि काही डायरेक्टली हॉस्पिटल फार्मसिस्टकडनं किंवा डायरेक्टली मेडिकल शॉपमधून मेडिकामेंट घेतात. मीन्स अँड सायमल्टेनियसली त्यांना यूज करतात. दॅट ऑल्सो लीड्स टू प्रोसेस ड्रग इंटरॅक्शन. दॅट इज सायमल्टेनियस यूज ऑफ प्रिस्क्रिप्शन अँड नॉन प्रिस्क्रिप्शन ड्रग्स टुगेदर. अँड वन मोर फॅक्टर ऑर रिझन, दॅट इज टू बी कॉल्ड ॲज मिसयूज ऑफ द ड्रग. whenever drug misuse occurs or drug abuse condition occurs, की गरज नसताना मेडिकामेंट घेत जातात काही काही पेशंट, that also leads to process drug interaction. So this is the first question, what is drug interaction? Give the various reasons or various factors responsible for drug interaction. So you understand that whenever two or more than two drugs given in combination may produce modification or alteration in pharmacological responses. That is, in some drug interaction will produce beneficial effect, while some drug interaction produces harmful effect. So that interaction, that is called the drug interaction, which is occurred due to drug combination. Now, what are the reasons? What are the significant factors responsible to produce drug interaction? These are the factors. That is multiple drug therapy, multiple pharmacological actions of the drug, multiple physicians, then use of prescription and non-prescription drug together, simultaneous use and misuse of the drug or drug abuse. It is nothing but in absence of disease, काही नसताना आपण विनाकारण जेव्हा ड्रग घेतो, that term that is called as drug misuse or drug abuse. So these are the significant factors or reasons for drug interaction. Now what is the importance of drug interaction? Another point, that is what is the importance of drug interaction. Due to drug interaction, first important that in some drug interaction there may be chances of synergism effect, synergistic effect may produce. जसं आपण बघितलं की suppose codeine and aspirin drug when given, the total pharmacological action of the drug increases. काही drug interaction मध्ये काय होणार आहे, दोन किंवा दोन पेक्षा जास्त ड्रग दिल्यामुळे synergistic effect मिळेल. म्हणजेच काय, there is increase in pharmacological responses or increase in duration of action of the drug. Another importance of drug interaction, that to minimize the side effect of any one of the drug. जेव्हा तीन किंवा तीन पेक्षा दोन पेक्षा जास्त ड्रग देतो, त्यावेळेस काय होणार आहे, there may be chances of side effect. To minimize the side effect of any one of the drug, there is a drug combination given to the patient. जसं आपण बघतो की एखादा ॲसिडिक ड्रग देतो, ॲसिडिक ड्रग दिल्यानंतर किंवा सॅलिसिलेट ॲसिडिक दिल्यानंतर आपण त्याच्यासोबत अँटॅसिड देतो. का देतो? दिस ॲसिडिक ड्रग produces hyperacidity. To minimize this hyperacidity, this is side effect, antacid drug given to the patient. तुम्ही बघा की most of the prescription मध्ये omeprazole, domperidone, such type of combination given to the patient. Why? In order to minimize the side effect of the another drug. Another example, thiazide diuretic. This thiazide diuretic used to increase urine flow and urine formation. But the major side effect of thiazide diuretic that it produces hypokalemia effect. Hypokalemia, that is decreasing potassium level. To overcome this hypokalemia effect, always thiazide diuretic supplemented with potassium supplementation. Potassium supplementation given along with thiazide diuretic means to minimize the side effect of the drug combination given to the patient. And third reason, that to increases or to minimize the drug resistance condition in patient. Suppose एखादी infection है, for example in tuberculosis. In tuberculosis, multiple drug therapy given to the patient. Combination drug therapy given. There is a combination of streptomycin, ethambutol, rifampicin, isoniazid. These drugs given in combination, so that the chances of drug resistance is going to be reduced. कि जे mycobacterium tuberculous bacteria, if single drug therapy given for long term, bacteria may develop resistance. When drug given in combination, this multiple drug therapy reduces the chances of drug resistance. So these are the three important reasons why we are going to be giving the drug combination. एखाद्या स्कूल शॉर्ट नोट याच्यामध्ये विचारले जाऊ शकते की what is drug interaction, definition, then what are the reasons or factors responsible for drug interaction, and what is the importance. One more point here, what are the types of drug interaction? There are three types of drug interaction. One, that is to be called as the drug-drug interaction. Second, that is to be called as the drug-food interaction. And third, that is to be called as the drug-disease interaction. There are three types of the drug interaction. One, that is drug-drug interaction. Second, drug-food interaction. And third one is drug-disease interaction. Now let us see first, that is drug-drug interaction. Suppose if there is a patient and acidic drug, maybe of a salicylate drug given to the patient, and along with this salicylate, urinary acidifier drug may be given. Acidifier drug may be like ascorbic acid or vitamin C given to the patient. एखाद्या पेशंटला दोन वेगवेगळे प्रॉब्लेम आहे. सपोज त्याचा पेन होते म्हणून आपण सॅलिसिलेट ड्रग दिला ॲज एनाल्जेसिक ड्रग, अँड त्या पेशंटला व्हिटॅमिन सी ची डेफिशियन्सी म्हणून व्हिटॅमिन सी किंवा ascorbic acid दिला. Both drug given for separate problem, but here there is a chances of drug-drug interaction. What happened? That whenever this urinary acidified drug like ascorbic acid or vitamin C given, it change urine pH to acidic. And for excretion of acidic drug, salicylate drug, urine pH required alkaline. That affecting excretion of salicylate and that may produce drug interaction. If you take another example, urinary alkalinizers like sodium bicarbonate given along with salicylate drug. Now this urinary alkalinizer, that is sodium bicarbonate, it change urine pH to alkaline. That favor elimination of salicylate drug. So this type of drug combination, that is to be called as drug-drug interaction. Similarly, another type, that is drug-food interaction. Some drug if given along with the food, for example tetracycline. This tetracycline antibiotic is given along with the milk. Milk contain more amount of calcium. This calcium affecting absorption of tetracycline. Means if along with the milk preparation, if tetracycline given, reduces absorption of tetracycline. That type of drug interaction, that is to be called as drug-food interaction. And third type, drug-disease interaction. Is suppose if the patient suffering from liver diseases or kidney dysfunctioning occurs, in that patient there may be metabolism and excretion of the drug may not be detected. एखाद्या पेशंटचं लिव्हर डिस्फंक्शन झालं किंवा त्याला लिव्हर सिरोसिस झाले and if drug given to the patient, metabolism may not be occurred because of liver dysfunction or because of kidney dysfunction. That time excretion or metabolism may not be take place, that leads to present harmful effect. That type of drug interaction, that is called as the drug-disease interaction. So these are the three types of drug interaction, that is drug-drug interaction, drug-food interaction, drug-disease interaction. So for 4 marks, they will be asked write a note on drug interaction or write a note on drug combination. That time you are supposed to be explain what is the drug interaction or drug combination, reasons or factors. Then you are supposed to explain the various importance of drug interaction and types of drug interaction. So this is the last factor. Here you finish 4th chapter, that is pharmacodynamics. Now you are supposed to remember that these today we completed first section, that is general pharmacology section, that is fourth chapter. Now in annual examination, if you go through the annual question papers or winter question papers, see that on these four chapters, ह्या 4 chapters वरती कमीत कमी 15 ते 17 मार्काला कमीत कमी किंवा मॅक्झिमम 20 ते 22 मार्काला ह्या 4 चॅप्टर्सचे क्वेश्चन विचारले जातात. तर मी तुम्हाला आता हे चॅप्टरचे तुमच्या सगळ्या नोट्स कंप्लीट झाल्यानंतर तुम्हाला उद्या मी लेक्चर घेणार आहे. उद्या तुम्हाला काय करायचं आहे की एक ट्युटोरियलचं पेज देतो, क्वेश्चन देतो, 15 ते 16 क्वेश्चन जे रिपीटेडली ह्या चॅप्टर्सवरती विचारले जातात. सो तुम्ही घरी बसल्यानंतर काय करायचं की ट्युटोरियल सॉल्व्ह करायचं. एका तासामध्ये किंवा 1.5 तासामध्ये हे सगळे क्वेश्चन न बघता पहिले काय करा की हे 4 चॅप्टर कंप्लीट लिहिलेले पाहिजे. पूर्ण वाचा, अभ्यास करा. एक दिवसाचा परत गॅप देतो, 2 दिवस लागले लेक्चर घेणार नाही, परंतु ह्या 2 दिवसामध्ये तुम्हाला पूर्ण ह्या 4 चॅप्टर पूर्ण वाचायचे आणि त्यानंतर घरी बसून न बघता तुम्हाला हे ट्युटोरियल सॉल्व्ह करायचं. जेव्हा तुम्ही कॉलेजला याल त्यावेळेस हे ट्युटोरियल तुम्ही घेऊन घ्या. याच्यावरती मी काय करणार, सायमल्टेनियसली तुमचे वायवा पण घेणार, म्हणजे तुम्ही खरोखर न बघता लिहिलंय का बघून लिहिलंय हे सुद्धा ते टॅली होईल. मग त्यावेळेस येताना हे तुमचे 16 जेवढे क्वेश्चन्स आहेत, 15-16 क्वेश्चन सगळे मी टॅकल करणार. तुमचं जर व्यवस्थित असेल त्या पद्धतीने तुमच्या सेशनचे मार्क्स देणार. सो तुम्ही कुठल्याही कोणी चिटिंग न करता घरी बसून आपलं हे क्वेश्चन सॉल्व्ह करा. एकदा जर तुमचे 15-16 क्वेश्चन तोंडी पाठ झाले तर ॲन्युअल एक्झाममध्ये पण कमीत कमी तुमचे 20 मार्क्स फिक्स झाले. कमीत कमी 20 मार्काला ह्या चॅप्टर्सवरती विचारले जाणार आहे आणि हे क्वेश्चन तुम्ही व्यवस्थित प्रिपेअर करा. सो यू गो थ्रू दिस ऑल दिस क्वेश्चन्स अँड सगळे ट्युटोरियल कंप्लीट करा. ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही कॉलेज चालू होईल या 4 चॅप्टरचे मी नोट्स बघेन आणि त्यानंतर ट्युटोरियलवरती क्वेश्चन घेणार ओरली तुमच्याकडनं आणि ट्युटोरियल जर बरोबर असेल, बरोबर तुम्ही क्वेश्चन दिले यानंतर तुम्ही ट्युटोरियल न बघता लिहिलं तर ते कंप्लीट होईल. सो विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट. थँक्यू.